Hello, my name is Ethan Murphy, and I'm glad to welcome you to this new segment we're doing on TSC. It's called Hot Seat. So I'm going to present 5 takes, and I'm going to have a board of panelists over here join me in debating the topics. So we'll cut right to the chase. My first topic that I'm going to discuss: the Los Angeles Lakers are the best franchise in North American sports. Torian.
All right. You want to give your?
Oh, I'll start the 4-minute timer.
Oh, okay. I'm about to fry this dude right now.
Timer. All right. Start with this. I'm guessing you're up here disagreeing with me. What's the franchise you think is better or the best?
In North American sports,
North American sports.
I'd give it to the Yankees.
Come on. Why?
When you think of baseball, from past to present, you're thinking of the Yankees.
But nobody's thinking about baseball in the modern era. Baseball's a dying sport.
Baseball's America's sport, if you think about it.
Barely. People debate that it's football now.
Well, that's another debate for another time. We're talking about right now. Yankees got the most championships. Lakers don't even have the most championships in their league.
Yeah, but if you look at who they've played and who the Celtics have played, there were 8 teams in the league back when the Celtics won a majority of their titles. The Lakers are also more dominant. They're more consistent on a winning basis. Look, the Celtics went the 90s and a good portion of the 2000s being a bad or rebuilding team. The Lakers in the 2000s, they were out there winning three-peats. Showtime, the three-peat. You even had 2 back-to-back for Kobe and Powell. He, of course, got the bubble. I mean, I could keep going on and on.
All right, but when you think of franchises, you think championships.
Yeah, the Lakers have 17. What is wrong with that?
Which is not 18. They only have the most in their league.
There's more than one basis on just how many championships you have.
Yankees have the most in their league. They have like 22 or something like that.
23.
Okay, thank you. Even better. 23.
Like yeah, that dates back to like the 1910s.
That's what I'm saying. They've been this powerful for this long. They were in the World Series like a year ago.
Yeah, and what happened?
But they've been this powerful for this long. They've had the best players. When you think of basketball, the NBA,
you think of the Lakers.
You think of multiple teams. If you think of the Lakers. If you ask a little 10-year-old right now, who do you think of? They're thinking Steph Curry in the Warriors dynasty.
No, they are not.
Promise you.
No, they are not.
We can get a 10-year-old in here next episode and ask him.
You see 10-year-olds everywhere wearing LeBron jerseys, wearing Laker jerseys. Nobody's wearing Steph Curry jerseys.
Dude, yes they are. You're tweaking right now.
No, I am not.
I promise you are. When you think of baseball, you think Babe Ruth. You think of freaking Aaron Judge. You think Alex Rodriguez. You think all those people. Yankees.
Alex Rodriguez took steroids.
Okay. You're telling me
he has a smudge on his resume. Nobody respects him like that. It's the same with Barry Bonds.
Kobe has a smudge on his resume, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, but I mean, he got past that. We could keep going. We got Kobe. Wait, hold on. We got LeBron. We got Shaq. We got Kareem. We got George Mikan. I can keep going.
Okay, good players, great players.
Magic Johnson.
All those players, and you don't have the most championships in your league.
Yeah, because the Celtics won 11 of their titles with Bill Russell back when he was playing Plumber's
They got 18. Y'all ain't even the best
Jerry
in
West,
your
the
league.
logo of the NBA is a Laker.
Okay. Y'all ain't even the best in your league, and you're trying to say
That's
North
a
America.
Lie.
We got the Yankees. The best. They are the best team.
I don't even think you believe that.
I promise you I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I love LeBron. LeBron's my favorite player.
We all do. Everybody does.
Thank you.
Well, that's why he went to the Lakers, because you know what? I got to go to the premier franchise.
I got to go to the Lakers for the weather,
everyone's eyes are going to be on me.
He was 30,
I'm going to Los Angeles.
He was 35, and he wanted to go to the good weather. He didn't want to stay in Cleveland.
That's besides the
point. Yankees, you think Yankees fans, just New York, the city that it's in.
Los Angeles?
Some would say New York's better than Los Angeles.
I don't know who's saying that. Maybe people from New York, nobody else.
Los Angeles is full of hippies and weirdos.
Yeah, because they know that's the place to be. Everyone knows LA is the place to be.
LA's not.
If you want to make a career, you don't go to New York, you go to LA.
Oh, you're tweaking right now.
Maybe if you're a business major, you go to New York to be a stockbroker, but you don't go to be a popular star. You go to Los Angeles.
Speaking of stockbroker, Wolf of Wall Street, New York, one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, that was about a horrible person.
What?
Wasn't Wolf of Wall Street about a horrible person? You could keep going on. LA has great people. Yeah, great people live in LA.
LA does not have great people.
It's not.
We're going to us. Yankees.
Look, it's multiple things. It's more than just the sport. It's about the culture.
We can talk about this. Oh, time's up.
I'll finish. I'll let you finish.
Yankees. They got the best players in the MLB. They got the most championships in the MLB. Y'all don't even got the most championships in your own league.
You keep repeating that point, but
I'm just saying
that multiple times.
You can't be the best in North America if you're not the best in your own league. That's what I'm trying
We
to say.
are the best in our league.
Okay, some would disagree.
All right. That was good. My second topic. The NBA is better than the NFL. All right, Jack. All right, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, go.
All right, Ethan, I'm going to start this. How many games are in the NBA?
82 in the regular
82.
season.
How many teams are there?
30. There are 30 teams in
That
the
is a
NBA.
lot of games. That is like over 2,000 games.
The more the merrier.
2,000 games.
The more the merrier.
You know, a personal policy I follow, and this might not be for you, is quality over quantity. And I think that is something that is very clear when you look at the National Football League. There's 17 games a season plus postseason, and every game feels like it matters. You look at the NBA, there
NBA
are games
playoffs
that
are
don't
infinitely
even
better
matter.
than the NFL playoffs. A
The
bad
only-
NFL playoff game is 10 times worse than a bad NBA playoff game.
I will say the only thing that is interesting to me in the NBA is the finals.
That's how good the
That is
NBA is. People want to see the biggest stage.
And they
even
don't want to
people
see
that
the
don't pay
Super Bowl?
attention
What
to
about the
NBA.
Super Bowl?
What about the Super Bowl? That's all the NFL
You're telling
got.
me that the NBA Finals
I'm not
is
saying
better
that. I'm
than the
saying
Super
that the
Bowl.
NBA is such a big stage that people only want to watch the finals.
That's because nobody cares about the regular season because it's terrible.
No, that's not true. People watch the regular season. NBA
Really? People watch the regular season?
Yes. Look, he's back there. He's raising his hand.
Does not
No. So
Actually,
2,000 games. You're telling me you watch all 2,000 plus of those NBA games?
I watch my Lakers every time they play.
I just don't see how somebody can look at the NBA and look like, let's just look at ratings. You know, people tend to watch things that are good, things that are quality and worth their time. Compare the NFL ratings to the NBA ratings and tell me.
So in the 2000s, the 90s, and the 80s, the NBA was better than the NFL because they had more viewers than the NFL. Are they better than the NFL in those decades?
I mean, I didn't watch back then. So I wouldn't know. I'm talking in today's day and age, the NFL clears the National Basketball Association.
If both of them are in their peak head-to-head, and the NBA is at their best, you have prime LeBron, and that's another part, the superstars. You have like guys like Todd Gurley that are like, oh, back in 2018, we're all like, oh man, he's gonna be legit, and then like 2 years later, he's not even in the league. I mean, like you got LeBron, you got KD, you have that consistent excellence that you don't have in the NFL. You have no one to get attached to because everybody leaves within 3 years.
Everybody leaves the NFL within 3 years.
Life
That's
of
literally
a-
what happens in
There's
the NBA. They
literally-
just
there are
jump around
ongoing
because they
things
have
about
no commitment.
franchises
All
not
NBA players
having
do
enough help.
is jump
People are
around,
getting injured
go from
all the
team to
time.
team. That's all they do. There is no like if you ask a casual basketball fan like where one of these greats that you're talking about, like sure, in their prime, maybe somebody like Kyrie Irving, right? Somebody who had, if you
You don't
ask,
even watch basketball and you know who Kyrie Irving is.
I do. I loved Kyrie Irving when I was little. You ask like a casual basketball fan, they couldn't tell you what team he's on.
Who?
They couldn't tell Kyrie Irving.
He's on the Dallas Mavericks.
You
Everybody,
could-
he went
ask
to the
somebody
finals
that
2 years ago.
Ask
What
a
are we talking
casual
about?
basketball fan what team these players on. They don't know because they jump around every other year. And another thing
That's
with
an
NBA
ownership problem. That's
is
not
the
a viewership
teams
problem. That
tank
doesn't say anything
constantly.
about how good the league
All
is.
they do is tank. There is no point in watching those games. Why would I watch a game as, like, let's say I'm a Lakers fan. Let's
shout
say
out.
my favorite player is LeBron James.
Heck yeah.
Why should I go watch a game that they're not even playing LeBron James in because it doesn't matter?
You got Austin Reeves. I mean, Austin Reeves is the truth. I put it on my yearbook quote.
And then you could say the same
could
thing
say
if
this
I'm an
all the
Austin
time.
Reeves fan.
Look, you get to see all these great players. NBA athletes are far superior to NFL athletes. You have to be so much more athletic. You have to be tall. You have to be strong. You have to be fast. You don't have to be all that in the NFL.
And we're not talking about athletes. We're
I'm
talking about
the league
which
as a whole. There are multiple
league is
topics we
better.
can go into. It's not just about viewership. Because if the NFL had like 2 viewers, is it still a bad league? No. It doesn't matter how many eyes are on it. It's about how good the league is, the quality of the league.
Yeah, the quality of the league.
Yes.
Can I finish my point like
Of
Torian
course.
did? So the quality of the league, I mean, if you just look at the quality. I mean, the NFL is producing, 17 games a year from 32 different teams. The NBA is putting up over 2,000 regular season games a year.
And this goes back to what
they
I
are
said
giving
at
you
first.
plenty of
The
TV.
more,
They're giving
the
you plenty
merrier.
of products to watch. And if you want to, I can guarantee you there's an NBA game every single night.
Heck yeah.
That's
awesome because they know people will watch it.
Really, people watch it.
Yes.
Okay, compare those viewership numbers to an NFL
It's not
game.
all about numbers. We literally went over this. The NBA stumbled across the NFL in the 2000s, half of the 2010s with LeBron, the 90s. We can even go back to the 80s. Look, you may have won the battle, but you did not win the war.
Well,
all right? So that's
we're
all
talking
I'm
about
gonna
the
say.
now. We're not talking
I
about the
rest
past.
my case.
You said your take was that the NBA is better than the NFL.
Yes, it is.
Sure, you could make an argument that the NBA, if you look at viewership or whatever, was superior back then. But I just don't think you can honestly
I'm just
say
using that in
that
the
the
perspective
NFL.
of
Can I
you're
finish
using
my statement,
viewership as a way to
Ethan?
weaponize me. But
Ethan,
I'm
can I
telling
finish
you.
my statement?
No.
No?
because You're not. You're being ridiculous.
No.
You're over here saying, oh, well, the NFL has more viewers, so that means they're better. Even though we could literally go back and see
Compare the
that
Super
the
Bowl
NBA
to the
has more
NBA
viewers
Finals.
over time. Huh?
Compare the Super Bowl to the NBA Finals.
This year, yeah, because it's the freaking Pacers. Small market teams don't get those big numbers. All right, finish your statement. I'm going to let you finish.
Thank you, Ethan.
Of course, anytime.
I think anytime. You didn't let me finish earlier.
Well, I'm letting you know.
Okay, thank you for that, Ethan. I just don't think you can seriously look at a league like the NBA and you look at all the things that are going on. You got the betting scandals, the fixing games. You got teams tanking, openly tanking. Just their players are going out there. They don't care. All they care about is the money. Openly tanking just so that they can get their little lottery pick or whatever.
Because those players
Because
are
you
so
look
good.
at
The athletes
I thought you were
so
going to let me
good.
finish my statement.
Yeah, but I'm not just going to let you blabber because you're going to keep going until there's no time.
Can I
we gotta
finish my-
start No, I'm going to let this finish.
Okay,
and then I'm
sure.
gonna let you
All right.
finish. Look, the athletes are so good that they're tanking. They're like, man, we got to get this guy. He is so good. We're going to tank our whole season. We got these all-time players on our roster. We're going to tank just to get a chance. This isn't the NFL where if you tank, you're guaranteed a pick at the end of the year. Where you're guaranteed, oh, I'm going to be first. That's not in the NBA. So they're taking a risk just at these higher athletes.
Yeah, and
All I'm going to say.
I think that shows why the NBA is not superior because you got teams out there who are just throwing games away at the chance at getting somebody. And I think if you also look at the NFL and just the quality of the game, the NFL clears them every day of the week.
I disagree.
That's your right to do so.
Agree to disagree. My third take is that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are the most overrated college football team of all time. All right. Tell me when to start the timer and we'll be good.
Go ahead and start.
All right.
All right, Ethan, I'm going to make this kind of short and sweet a little bit
All right.
and a little more chill than the last one.
Let's hope so.
But I want to start by saying, when you think of Notre Dame football, what do you think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Disappointment.
Disappointment?
Yes.
So you're saying that 22 undefeated seasons is a disappointment. You're talking about 7 players that came out of Notre Dame who have won the Heisman. You're talking about 11 national championship appearances.
When did all this happen?
You're talking about back then. You're talking about the past of Notre Dame football. This is all past, but we're also talking about last year. They made a national championship appearance last year. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, I'll give them credit for that. But
Yeah.
still, it's at the point where we look in the modern future of right now, and you see what they did this year. You played a bunch of nobodies, but when you played Miami, when you played A&M, you were not the better team. And it's just, in the modern era, I will give you credit. Notre Dame is a historic franchise. I'm just saying, like right now, from the expectation they had, I don't see a justification in why you should still carry that over into modern day when they've been, 1988 was the last national title they have. At some point you have to reinvent. I mean, the SEC was not that great of a program back in the 80s and 90s. It was the Big Ten, but now the SEC is great. But you have to be able to shift that stuff over to the modern era. And I just think that Notre Dame is overrated because of that past success. The past success is great. But right now, in our generation, they just haven't proven it yet. And I think it's just disappointing. That's why I think they're overrated.
Look, I agree with you 100%. I've grown up in a house where my dad's dad was a huge Notre Dame fan. My dad's a huge Notre Dame fan. As Torian Daniels and Isaiah, my house is filled with Notre Dame stuff. It's kind of crazy to some point. But, you talk about this season. Example, you start with the first 2 games of the season. You talk about 2 marquee matchups right there, 2 good games. And then you talk about a team that went out, and it's going 0-2 at the beginning of the season. Think about that. Mm-hmm. it's hard. I mean, they could have just tanked it all in and, I mean, had one of the worst performances the program's ever had. But instead, they went out and they proved a point of why they should compete for a championship. They went out and won the rest of their games. They played great. They had a Heisman candidate in the process. I think what all went down with choosing the teams who should have a chance to play in a championship, I think they just got frauded all the way. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I want to get your take on that. What do you think about that?
That if Notre Dame should have made the playoffs?
Yeah,
I absolutely don't think they should. Because of the fact
Why?
that they played from, like you said, they did play, they should get credit for playing two hard teams, but they didn't beat those two hard teams. If Michigan were to go out here and play, the top 12 of the rankings and lose every single game, should they get into the playoffs? No. It's a situation where who you played, I just think the quality wasn't there from those two opponents. And the committee looked at it from a perspective of, well, look, congratulations on beating Syracuse and Boise State and these low-end programs, but when it came time to beat teams that are also in national contention, like Miami, like Texas A&M, you just couldn't get it done. I don't think that they should have had a reason to just spoon-feed Notre Dame a playoff spot. I don't think, and especially since that new expectation they have that, I forget what the details are exactly, but it's like if they're top 12, they make the playoffs. I don't like that. So I don't think Notre Dame should have made the playoffs at all, no.
All right, so now I got 3 words for you. Alabama Roll Tide. What's the view on that? I mean, why did they get in? And, I mean, I thought they had a horrible season myself. I mean, I'm just saying I didn't think they had a great season. I think Notre Dame should have gotten in over them. 100%.
That's a better debate, but I still think that Alabama, they played more consistent competition. They're out there playing Georgia. They're out there playing big SEC programs. Notre Dame just didn't have that quality.
But they had times where they couldn't perform against these big SEC teams.
I know, but they still won. They still won on a more consistent basis against those stronger opponents. All right, I'll let you finish.
All right, I'm going to finish up just by saying, you think of these teams who, I mean, you can't take away, Notre Dame may have their faults, and you can't take away the rich history of them. I mean, when a team like Pittsburgh, Boise State, and Syracuse play, they look at their schedule, they get their schedule in advance. What is the one game they look at, and what is one game they circle on their calendar?
Notre Dame? I'll give you that. Like I said, the expectation, the tradition of Notre Dame is, I think, the only thing holding them to that high standard right now.
Look, at the end of the day, I think Notre Dame has their faults, and I think they could be a much better team that they were, but that they are right now. I think it's still a building process, especially with Marcus Freeman as head coach. But at the end of the day, I think they have one of the most richest histories in college football, and at the end of the day, you can't take away from that. So that's what I'm saying.
My fourth take is that Kentucky is the most annoying fan base in all of sports. All right. All right, tell me when you want to start the timer.
Go ahead, start it now.
All right.
I just want to know your reasoning. Why do you think that?
It's a lot of delusion. I think that every year they expect to do these great things, and when they don't, they're quick to blame everybody but themselves. I think that they're quick to go, oh, blank did this, the refs cheated us, blank this, blank that. We did all this, and they still robbed us. A lot of entitlement, I think, is what I don't like about it.
I can see your point, but then again, imagine getting told before the season you have a $22 million roster. You're gonna think, oh, national championship hopes. Like, come on, and then you go out there, get blown out by 30 to Gonzaga, lose to your rival Louisville. Like, it's sad. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're not gonna blame ourselves, obviously.
That's my problem.
But it starts going into coaching too, though. Mark Pope, sometimes he doesn't have a good game plan at all. He can't stay consistent with his lineups. And I just don't feel like the fans should get blamed for how the team performs and how we react. Mm-hmm. Many fans react a certain way,
Mm-hmm. So I guess I should say, like, if it's not Kentucky, who is the most annoying?
Tennessee.
Okay. Why? I just want to know.
Tennessee fans, like, every video or every post I see about Kentucky losing, it's always just Tennessee just saying that they own us and something.
Well, it's the same if, like, UK did it if Louisville lost. If Tennessee lost, I'm sure UK fans do the same thing.
I haven't seen it.
Of course you haven't seen it.
But still, though, like, they say that they own us, but they've only beat us one time in the past 5 matchups in basketball. They don't own us. Football, maybe. But just basketball season, they say they own us, and they act like they're such great of a program. They haven't even made a Final Four. So I don't know what they're trying to even talk about there. And then, honestly, Duke fans, they're second on my list. They just act like I feel like they're so blessed. They get every top recruit every year, but they still don't win anything, and they still want to just act like they're better than us.
I guess to your point, I see a lot of that where in the past, Kentucky has been blessed. You have Anthony Davis. You have, there's a very common ground that, if you want a good guard, the safe bet is to draft from Kentucky. I just think that, another part is that the whole thing with Calipari, yes, he ran his course, but I'm thinking that, if Mark Pope does get fired, who's going to replace him, and how do you think it's going to be different? Because I feel like we're going to be saying the same stuff like, oh, this guy's not good at his job because he did this and he did that. But, I mean, what do you think, like, who's gonna want to take the job because of the fact the fans are so belligerent and they're so aggressive towards winning? Like, it's a very lose-lose situation to be in because, you're taking over an already bad situation in Kentucky right now, but you're also in the fact that, the expectation from the fans is so high that sometimes it can get unreasonable. So I just think that the fans are also a big part in why coaches may not want to be here in the future. So, who do you think the coach is going to be, and why do you think they'd want to be there?
Well, I've seen many analysis, just how they say Kentucky is the top school to go to actually coach. Even though our fans might be harsh and expect a lot, it's good to have that, passionate fan base. I'm going to bring up Lane Kiffin for a second, how he used to always beg Ole Miss fans to show up to games. Like, that's sad. Kentucky, they always show out no matter what. Anywhere you play, they're going to show out. So I feel like as a coach, that'd be a good place to go to have fans support you no matter what, even though they might, hate on you a little bit. But still, you're going into the job knowing that it
the
comes
fans
with
are annoying.
Yeah. Not annoying, but just another way of passionate fans.
Okay. Passionate.
And
all right, I'll let you finish.
I'll finish off this last statement. I just think it's unreasonable to think that we're the most annoying fan bases when you have Tennessee fans who have accomplished nothing, honestly. No championships, no Final Fours.
Yeah.
And they still think they're better than us. Yes, we're very passionate, but we're not annoying. We're passionate.
All right. My fifth and final take is that Trevor Lawrence is the best ACC quarterback throughout the past 2 decades. Who wants to take this one? All right, Cole.
All right.
You ready?
So,
you ready?
yeah, I'm ready. All right.
All right.
I'm going to just go ahead and start off and say, let me lower this chair real quick. I'm too.
We'll cut.
Never mind.
Hold on. I'll pause the time.
Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good now.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you heard this guy, but his name is Lamar the Star Jackson. He
Great
is-
NFL player.
Yeah.
Before I say that, this is
and
no disrespect
even
for
better
Lamar.
college player. I'm going to go ahead and say
Okay.
that. He is not even just the best in the ACC. He's the best college player we've seen of all time. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. He literally changed the game. There was nothing ever seen close to what Lamar Jackson was before
Michael
he played
Vick,
at Louisville.
a former ACC quarterback, might I add.
I don't
Look, I will give you that Lamar Jackson, definitely took over from Michael Vick. He made it better in the long run, but I just think that, I'm going to intervene and say that Trevor Lawrence, I think, is a lot more successful. He has a lot of this. He won a national championship as a freshman. Lamar Jackson barely even beat Kentucky.
Okay, well, here's what I gotta say. I don't really know who Michael Vick is, so clearly he's not that known. But also,
He's known for the wrong reasons.
I would say, I just feel like Michael Vick never really hurdled a Syracuse player like Lamar Jackson did. So I don't really think he's that level. But when you compare him to Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence is good and all. But he's a system player. He's a robot. Has a good arm. He's an accurate thrower, and that's good and all. But when you come to play against teams like that, you always know what to expect. Like if you're playing against Clemson, okay, they're gonna have a strong team. Their quarterback, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be accurate. But when you talk about when Lamar Jackson played, and these people had to go up against him, it's like you almost have no clue how to stop him. You don't know if he's going to run or if he's going to throw the ball. He has a decent arm, not as good as Trevor Lawrence, obviously, but he's got both options, and you really have to adjust your whole entire defense to be able to account for how he's going to be able to make decisions on both wings.
It was the same with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you had to default your game back to his game IQ, how good he could read a defense and all that. You know, he should have won the Heisman, but instead it went to a guy for the Eagles, Devonta Smith. I mean, that was controversial. It still is. He's one of the more forgettable. If Trevor Lawrence won the Heisman, I still think it would have been one of the best Heisman seasons ever. And, you know, at the same time, you go back to, you know, if Lamar was so good in college, why did it take to pick 30 to pick him? Trevor Lawrence was first. He was a unanimous. It was like in November when people were starting to say, you know, Trevor Lawrence, we want Trevor Lawrence as our future quarterback. Why wasn't it the same with Lamar?
Well, I think it was different because, you know, you don't really know what to expect from him because his game style is so different. You don't know if he's going to be good. So
he's inconsistent?
In the NFL. No, it's just different because he's a whole new person. And I feel like I'm going to make this comparison here.
Mm-hmm.
He was not put on a good team. Like, let's be honest, that Louisville roster was not the greatest.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It definitely wasn't as what Clemson's was. But he was kind of like the Moses of the people at Louisville. He was sent by God to Louisville to go help free his people who were pretty much slaves at that point.
Yeah, Louisville was a...
Because Louisville sucked,
yeah.
So they were pretty much slaves. Lamar Jackson comes in. He's a beacon of hope for all those fans, all those citizens in Louisville. And, I mean, even if he didn't win anything major, like, in terms of team-wise.
No, he made the Tax Slayer Bowl.
A what?
The Tax Slayer Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's
Bowl game.
That's a very
Bowl
good accomplishment
season.
there. But, I mean, even if he didn't win, like, a what's it called, national championship or something, he still was, like, this was, like, hope for the Louisville people saying, man, this, like, we got this generational talent. He came to Louisville. This is opening up the floodgates for other recruits. Potentially,
like Miller Moss?
Yeah, like that guy. He's an incredible
Jack
player,
Farmer,
obviously. I know who that is.
Tyler Shaw.
But, like, I mean,
Malik Cunningham.
He's just one of a kind. You can never, ever compare someone like him. I don't think we'll ever see another player like him again. It's kind of the same thing with, like, John Morant in the NBA. We're never going to see another John Morant.
I'll let you finish.
But, yeah, I'm just going to close out by saying, you know, Trevor Lawrence, he's a decent guy. He looks kind of like He-Man, but
yeah.
I feel like he just didn't have as much impact as Lamar Jackson did. Lamar Jackson changed the game. He added a third dimension when he hurdled that Syracuse player. And, yeah, I just think he's just definitely the best player in college history.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the first episode. Let us know down below if we have comments. I'm not too sure. If who you thought won each debate. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to get the feedback. If you like this format, we'll definitely do it again. But yeah, this has been the first edition of TSC Hot Seat. Thank you for watching.
That was beautiful. That was good.